Hello and good morning, everyone. Sorry yesterday was a little off for our normal videos, but today we're going to get right back into the same stuff. So we have a demonstration word for today, and that word is partnership. So I need you to write this down somewhere in a Google Doc or on a piece of notebook paper so you can write it down, mark it up, and write this definition with me. Okay, partnership. Okay, and partnership means two or more people. That's an E. People or organizations working together. Okay? So, two or more people or organizations working together. Partnership, they can't do it by yourself. You have to do it with others, and you have to work together. The sentence for partnership that we're going to write is the golfers, like people who play golf. Oh, I'm so sorry. Erase that. I'm sorry. It's the two. The two golfers formed a partnership to win the contest. And I know I went pretty fast, so please pause and finish the sentence for me. Thank you. Okay, so partnership. Now, looking at this word, we talked yesterday very briefly, I know in my video, but I told you that anytime you have an ER, or anytime, I'm sorry, pause myself. When you have a multi-syllable word, so partnership is how many syllables? Just gave you the answer. It is 3 syllables. It's a multi-syllable word, so it's more than one. And it has an partner, So whenever you have a multi-syllable word and you have in that word somewhere, it is usually going to be spelled with the ER. Okay, so looking at this word again, so I'll rewrite it. We're going to mark it up, and you need to rewrite it as well unless you gave yourself enough room. So we said it out loud, partnership. You can hear the natural divides when you say this word, where the syllables stop. But so when we say it, where's the natural stop? Where's your first syllable? It would be part, okay? Then saying it, your next syllable, partner, and your third syllable would be ship, right? Okay, but let's go back and let's review our rules for marking up a word. Where do you always start? Okay, you always start with your vowels. So, looking for our vowels, we have an A, we have an E, and we have an I, right? Okay, so looking at our first two vowels, that would be A and E, okay? So, what is splitting our A and our E? You have R, T, and N, okay? Looking at this, what is all going to go together, okay? Can you split that A and that R? No, that's an R-controlled vowel. You have to keep those together. Okay, looking at RTN, R and T, that art would make more sense. T and N aren't going to go together. They're not a blend. They're not a digraph. So looking at this and following our rules, we would still mark this as our first syllable. So then we have our first syllable. Looking at it, what is our vowel? We just said it. It is R-controlled. And then when you do an R-controlled syllable, you want to circle those because you're going to keep them together. They stick together, okay? Going to our next vowels, because that's how we're splitting this. You always check your vowels. So you have an E and you have an I, right? So, looking at this E and looking at this I, what is splitting these two? What is in the middle? So you have R, S, H. So, let's use our brain. Let's look and see, what are those consonants doing? What are they by? So this R is paired with an E. Can you split that up? No, it's an R-controlled vowel. So you can't split these up. Then looking at SH, what is SH? It's a digraph. You can't split a digraph. That's going to stick together. So your natural split in this word, by following the rules that we've learned this whole school year, you would split here between your R and your S. So that makes your next syllable ner. Then what's left? You only have one vowel, so this all is your last syllable, which is going to be ship. So the reason we say words the way we do and we split them the way we do, it's because of the vowels, right? So let's go back and let's finish marking this up. So our second syllable is ner. What kind of syllable is that? What kind of vowel do we have? Yes, again, it is R controlled. So then you're going to circle the vowel and the consonant again because you keep those together. Then looking at ship, what kind of syllable is this? What's happening to our I? Can it go anywhere? Is it open? Is there an R for an R controlled? It is closed. Good, okay? So when a vowel is closed, that means it makes the short vowel sound. And what labels a short vowel sound? A breve, okay? Then you have a digraph, so underline that with one line because digraphs make one sound. Okay, I know we're moving kind of fast, guys, but again, you can slow down the speed if on YouTube. Go to the settings and hit slow down if you're not keeping up with me, and you're more than welcome to pause at any time. All right, so the rest of what we're going to do today is some dictation practice. We're going to jump right into, we're going to review we're going to review our sight words from yesterday, and we're going to do some dictation practice, okay? So your sight words from yesterday that you should have written, and written the sentence that went with them. The first one was O-T-H-E-R. Say that word out loud for me. Other. Good, okay? And the reason this is a sight word is because that O is saying and O doesn't say it says and O. It doesn't say So other falls into the sight word category. The next word you have or had yesterday, our sight word, is A-N-O-T-H-E-R. Another. Okay? And again, this should say another, and it doesn't. So that's why it falls into our sight word category. A does not say it says a and a. So another is our second sight word for Unit 10. Your third sight word, E-A-R-T-H, is earth. So looking at E-A, okay, if you look at E-A-R, that would normally say ear. E-A says E. So earth is not a normal, it doesn't follow the normal vowel patterns that it should, okay? Last one, A-N-S-W-E-R. That word is answer, like answer the question, okay? So the reason this word falls into our sight word category is because it has this random W in there. If you sound this out, it should be answer. And it's not. It's answer. So those are the 4 sight words at the beginning of this unit that I showed you yesterday. You should have written those sight words and written the sentences. Please write these again with me right now. If you haven't, please pause, write these just so you can remember them. Okay. So now we're going to jump straight into some dictation practice. As I had said, We're going to take about 5 minutes, and I'm going to give you a word. We're going to tap it out. We're really going to focus on the sounds of these words together, okay? So the first word that we're going to talk about is radar, okay? Radar. So let's think about what we're hearing. Let's tap that. R-A-D-R. R-A-D-R. Radar. So now that we've tapped it, so let's spell that. Let's break those sounds down and spell that. What gives you What gives you A? What gives you D? And then what gives you R, like car? Good, okay? Radar. So when we say that word, we can hear the natural break in the syllables. How many syllables does the word radar have? Okay, good. You should have said 2. So let's look at those syllables in that word. Your first syllable is ray, so we're going to scoop here. Second syllable is dar. So looking at ray, why does that A say A? Because it is a what kind of syllable? Open. Okay, when it is open, the vowel says its name, and when a vowel says its name, you want to represent that with a macron. Okay? Then looking at our second syllable, you have dar. So what kind of syllable would that be? It will be an R controlled, and you're going to circle these two because they're going to stick together. Okay? Awesome. All right, our next word we're going to talk about is the word forest. Forest. Like we went on a hike through the forest. So let's tap it together. I want you tapping with me. Forest. Forest. Okay, so let's tap that out. Let's see what we hear. We hear f, or, st, f, or, st. So you should be writing that based on the sounds. You should be able to get those sounds on paper. F. What gives you f? What gives you or? Eh. What letter gives you eh? Like egg. E. St. S-T. Okay? So, let's look at our vowels. Let's figure out how we're going to split this. Forest. So, your two vowels are... Okay, your vowels are O and E. So let's see what's separating those vowels is an R. Okay, so thinking about how our words work, where is the R going to go? Can it leave our O? Can we take it and put it over here? What would happen to our word? I'm curious. What would happen to forest if we said, no, let's scoop here and scoop here? What's going to happen to our first syllable? Is this going to be for anymore? No, you're right. No, this becomes faux. Is the word faux rest? No, it is not. The word is forest. So, to keep it forest, you are going to have to scoop that O-R together. Then you have est as your second syllable. So R controlled, keep the O-R together. E-S-T is going to be closed. So E says eh, and you get a breve. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next one. It is going to be silver. Silver. So I want you to tap this one, okay? Silver. All right, let's tap it together. S, I, O, V, R. S, I, O, v, Okay? So, what gives you igloo? Igloo. O, v, Now, this is one of those situations where you need to figure out which R-controlled vowel gives you Is it going to be E-R, I-R, or U-R? So let's look. E-R, I-R, or U-R. Which one is going to look right and look the best? I will say silver. Is that a one-syllable word? Or is it a multi-syllable word? Does it have more than one syllable? It has more than one. It's a two-syllable word. Silver. So we talked about when it's a multi-syllable word, the R-controlled vowel is usually going to be ER. So that is the correct R-controlled vowel in this case. It would be S-I-L-V-E-R. Okay? So I really hope you're writing these words with me, marking them up with me. We're going to do one more. And we are going to do the word thirsty. Thirsty. Okay? So again, we're going to tap it. Thirsty. Thirsty. Okay? What gives you that at the beginning? Okay? So again, this is another case where we need to look at what is going to give us the Is it going to be E-R, I-R, or U-R? Okay? So let's pause there and let's finish our word so we can see what the whole thing would look like. So, And what says E at the end of a word? Why? Why does? Okay, so now let's look at this word. Let's think about the word thirsty. Have we read it anywhere? Have we seen it in a book? What do we think is going to make this? Is the ER going to make it look right? Have you ever seen thirsty spelled with an ER? Or does IR look right? Have you seen thirsty spelled IR? Or have you seen thirsty spelled with a UR? Thirsty. So I hope it looks familiar to some of you guys. I hope you've seen it somewhere, read it somewhere. The R-controlled vowel that completes the word thirsty is actually IR. So, THIRSTY, thirsty. Okay? All right, we're going to wrap it up for today. I hope you have written all these words with me on a notebook paper or on a Google document and maybe highlighted them or something to show me you are marking them up with me. Please attach that. Send it to me. You can email it, however you need to do it to get it attached. But please attach it so I know you're doing your work with me. Even if you want to show it to me in our meeting, that would be fantastic too, just so I can give you a grade. But in order for me to give you a grade, you also have to hit mark as done. All right. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.